Nothing to do with Karan. And nothing to do with Bollywood Dino, don't worry. But I am saying if you have shops in these areas, if you have something in a mall which is given a license as it is legal, for example, a Starbucks, or for example, a Collabo Social, for example, say any theater, I don't get the logic where if something is legal during the day, how does it become illegal after midnight? I wouldn't go into the criticism I faced because there's an international audience here and whatever we have to deal with internally and politically, that will be dealt with. But there was one brief argument whether it's elitist, whether it's going to be expensive for all Mumbaikars. Well, today if we see, all the 24/7 cafes are open in 5-star hotels. But and I'm not against that, but if a common Mumbaikar has to go after work, if today I'm watching a football game, an EPL game at night, or a La Liga game and it gets over 3:30, I'm hungry, what do? I can't call up Rahul sitting here or Dino or we are saying, "Arey, mujhe wo butter chicken roll bhejna, please." I want to go to a legal open cafe or a Starbucks or a CCD or anything, a smokehouse deli, and eat. Why not? That was my basic argument. And today, if you see common Mumbaikars do not have a place to go after 11:30 at night, even if I have to make a reservation, I do not get a reservation or an entry because it's going to shut down soon. Why not have these things which are legal and open to all? I honestly believe it will make Mumbai a much more safer place if we have more people on the streets rather than going into a shady, small corner and trying to have something which is in a dark corner. If we have more people on the streets, it is going to mean that it's going to be a safer city. Another argument that was put, and my plan was fully complete with all of these things where I had given prospective labor laws, prospective garbage segregation, parking issues, decibels, discipline on the streets. I had put the responsibility of hiring, if there is, I remember in 2016, just 2 months ago, there was a model act coming from the central government, which is almost exactly like what I have defined as my nightlife plan, but with a runner in that, which says, any establishment with minimum 10 people, am I right? I had said, what if there is only one person, or 2 people, or 3 people being hired in an establishment? But automatically, according to international laws, establishment that is being hired by one person, one person being hired by an establishment becomes 3 people, automatically that increases our jobs. Why not have it open to everyone here, sitting here, all restaurants? What if it's 5-people restaurant? What if it's a small restaurant like a Kala Ghoda Cafe? You have 3 people working in it. Shouldn't that be given an option to stay up all night because it's a beautiful cafe? Or a pantry around that area? All these places need to be open. Another argument was about it being against the culture of the city. And that was the most ridiculous argument I ever found, because Mumbai is a city that feeds everyone. Feeding everyone is Mumbai's culture, truly. And that is what we need to harp upon. I think that is another argument that we could run through and go ahead. One more argument that was put is about the safety of Mumbai and Mumbaikars. And the simple counter-argument I gave is 9/11 happened in New York. Did it shut down? Did it shut down? London bombings happened. Did it shut down? Berlin has an issue with terrorism right now. Germany has. Did it shut down? No. We have to trust our citizens. They are trusting their citizens. We have to trust Mumbaikars to be up and open, well-disciplined, and enjoying the nightlife we're giving them. Mumbaikars are a responsible race. In fact, more people on streets means more safety. And I remember when this plan was passed and had taken it through the BMC to the state government, and we have to go to the state government because an act which is ideally supposed to be with the municipal corporations all across the state is with the state government, is the Shops and Establishments Act. Now that act, when it was passed and tried to be amended, I remember the police commissioner, the then police commissioner, Mr. Morea, calling me up and saying, "Aditya, as long as it is in non-residential areas and you're not disturbing residents, I'm giving a go-ahead because it won't affect the security of Mumbaikars. I know Mumbai is a very safe city and Mumbaikars won't destroy that safety." Which is, I think, a big thumbs up if it's coming from the Commissioner of Police. I was just researching on nightlife last night, and I was watching videos from across the world. I saw Sadiq Khan, the mayor of London, speak about the safety, and he was asked the same question. He started this new initiative, which is called the Night Tube. How many of you all have heard about it? All of us have heard. Now, London is a city that runs 24/7. Again, a city that works 24/7, not necessarily the party goers or the partying kinds, but people who work throughout the day or people who work throughout the night need a place to go and travel. That the night tubes has doubled their employment, has increased the ancillary employment in terms of safety and security and transport and the last mile connectors, and has given a boost to the nightlife of London. It's made travel much more safer. We could have things like that running in a city. Imagine if Mumbai is hiring, what is the number of people you all hire in Mumbai as an association? 5 lakhs. If you take 5% of it increasing just because of this international thing that you have to have 3 shifts, you will have at least 6 or 7 lakhs or 2 more lakhs, 3 more lakh people being hired in this city which is facing issues like unemployment. We need to have a broader vision for our city when we think about the association also. When you're thinking of the NRAI, just looking at the business or the revenue, I'm looking at other aspects of the city. Your culture. When we're traveling, we look at cities with nightlife and then we go to those cities. So tourism, safety, transport, ancillary industries like Ola, Uber, taxis, Kali Pilis, all these guys will get more employment, more revenues. The government will get more revenues with one opening up of one industry. I think bringing in this regulation is of paramount importance to a city when we need to take our city to another level. Yes, of course, there is that demand for a single license system, a single window clearance. And I'll be happy to tell you that I just spoke to the municipal commissioner this morning before I was coming here, because I've been pushing for this. And very soon, you will have a single window clearance for the entire tourism and hospitality industry. And again, I say this not as a manifesto promise for the next elections. I am saying this because a circular is being drafted very soon and it is under process. So with that information, I'm coming to you, leaking out a secret. But as we are doing this, as we open up Mumbai to things like single window, at least now for the day, and when we open up for the night, yes, I know for the night you will have to go through amendment of the Shops and Establishments Act. You'll have to go through many departments of the government, put them into one, and they aren't with me as yet. There's a hope that they will be soon with us. But till then, all we can do is, of course, make business easier for you. I don't know how many of you are aware, but there's an app of the BMC called Mumbai 24/7. It's on the Apple Store and the Android Store. If at all you have to renew your licenses, you can go on that app and renew your licenses. It's called Mumbai 24/7. So if whenever you get Wi-Fi or good connectivity, you could download that and start off with that. Riaz, I'm sure no one knows about this, but I would like the association to take it out to each and every restaurant in Mumbai. And finally, as I sum it up, with my vision for nightlife and what I'm pushing, I need your support for. But as we build the trust of Mumbaikars on this system of nightlife, I'm going to ask something from you as a promise, or as a promise that you could work towards for the city. Of course, there is women's safety and drunk driving and all that, but a couple of things that we could probably think of in making a city a better ecosystem to work in. One is efficient water management. A lot of the times we see our bathrooms, when our customers go in, they leave the taps open or the flush is broken, or in the kitchens, we're using water rampantly. If we could measure the use of water for the restaurants and the establishments that you have running as a food and beverage joint, that would be great. A second thing is garbage segregation at source. I don't know how many of you all know, but today Mumbai generates about 10,000 metric tons a day of waste. Out of it, of course, 2,000 metric tons is about solid waste, which is construction debris. But the rest is everything to do with our domestic waste, our food and food waste, everything that is supposed to do with biodegradable stuff. If we could do that as an association together, segregate the waste and help the municipal council in whichever city you are in, I think the authorities will be more looking forward to help you than ever before. So I think we could look forward to that. And yes, there is certain things called like the plastic waste which could be taken care of. But one more thing, and I know this for a fact, that a lot of the restaurants here, on weekdays especially, we buy a lot of food waste, food ingredients, and they go waste at night. if we could either start a food bank for the poor of the city and the homeless, or if we could have a composting unit of the association within each city, I think that'll be a major contributor to the city's goodwill towards the hotels and the other industry. So I think I'm looking forward to this. As another promise I would like to take from you is, I think, Riaz, you're getting a batch of Mumbai 24/7, right? You're going to build a movement for Mumbai 24/7. We're going to launch it very soon. This is the batch. I would like you to make everyone aware of this, make it compulsory for everyone who likes this idea to tweet about this to the government, because this is truly that what I believe is, as coming from the government or coming from a political background, there are some things that we do for a political cause, some things that we do for the votes. But opening up of a city to a vibrant and safe nightlife is something that we're doing for a generation or a society. We're not doing for ourselves. We'll be forgotten, but this city will move on being vibrant and safer with each day and each night. So I think I need your support for that. Are you all on board for that? Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Vande Mataram.